it sideways tonight. Love it when it always does this, and I apologize. I'm a little bit late. Had a little incident inside. Let me even turn my thing. I don't know why you're sideways. I didn't start you sideways. You goober. All right, well, welcome back to the Greener Lawn Honeydew Live list. I will get this under control in a few seconds. Didn't realize it was sideways. Sorry, like I said, that this came in late. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi so that... Like I said, we're back. Sorry for the little bit of a delay. My fence is all torn down over here, and we're getting a mow strip put in, so that's kind of a cool new addition to my yard. I love the mow strip. It's definitely something that is worthwhile for me because I was always hitting my fence with my string trimmer, and it was growing underneath my fence, and I just would have to take my string trimmer and hit it, or I'd have to put a kill product down underneath it. It was just kind of bugging me, so I switched that up, and now that's definitely going in, looking good over there. Hopefully you guys are doing well. We will definitely start looking at some of the comments here in a few seconds. Still kind of trying to figure out how to get my phone sideways, and we're gonna do this. You can tell that I've already been out in the sun, so all sweaty. What's up, Jimmy? What's going on, Lazy Lawns? Sunny Bermuda. Love to see you guys and your eyes. Let's see. There's a few before. There was, oof, you guys are like pre-roll. First on deck from Jamie. Mark, what's going on? Grace, how's it going? Up New York Lawns, good Wednesday. Trevor, always love to see you. First Aussie. Ron, how are you? Jamie, once again. New York Lawns. 3 minutes late, yes. So our dogs are trapped inside, and I guess this is going to be my moment of telling on myself. So my dogs are trapped inside because our fence is tore down where they're normally at. And I had taken my pups out a few times, and I guess I didn't take them out enough. And one of my pups decided to go to the bathroom inside, and I stepped right in it right as I was trying to get ready. So I have a very clean foot at this point in time after it being very dirty, and I am out on the lawn now. As you can see, I'm trying to beat the heat and stay out of it a little bit. I'm already sweating. This has already got me going early, but yeah, 3 minutes late. I do apologize. What is going on? Vince and Jamie and Vince again and Jimmy and Lazy Lawns, and now it's starting to blow up. And oh, MJR down 05. Or MRJ, sorry, MRJ. My brother, or my son's name is MJR, and so that's why I had it a little bit screwed up. Always love the content. Hope you and the family are doing well. Best of wishes. Hope your 4th was fabulous. It was. With that said, really quick, the submissions I got for the stripe off is kind of delayed because I got a lot of submissions. Normally when I did it, I'd only get like 150 videos and like photos and different things. This time I got right over 300 videos and photos and different things. And so I am double the time, and these normally take me roughly, I don't know, 16 to 20 hours for me to edit it and get it together. And so having basically double, it's going to be a 40-hour work week to put in on this. So I do apologize that it is a little bit delayed. The stripe off is still coming. It is my next video. I am feverishly working on this thing as we go. So hopefully you guys bear with me on that. Really appreciate all the submissions. It turned out extremely good. There's a lot of fun submissions in it. It's going to be a fun stripe off. Since I'm in the middle of it, if you haven't submitted your submissions, I technically haven't put it out yet, and I'm not done editing it, so I could toss 1 or 2 more in. So, was it barefoot? Yes, it was barefoot, because I'm going to do a barefoot mow tonight. I'm going to, after I get done here talking with you guys, I am going to do a barefoot mow. And so, yes, it was dead barefoot. I left the wife cleaning it up, and I ran outside, so if she comes out, swing and pray for me, y'all. No apology needed if I'm the winner. Definitely rocking some green stripes. Definitely rocking some green stripes, and you came in clutch for the U.S. That's for darn sure. What's going on, Papa Moslow? All right, so just kind of want to talk to you guys about mowing in the heat. It's something that I've been doing quite a bit. It's one of those things that that we have to do, And the more that we push nitrogen, the more that we push growth products onto our lawn, the more you have to mow. The more you have to water, the more you have to take care of it. You have to baby it along. So if you want a more tolerable lawn, you guys, you really are going to want to look at backing down on the growth products right now, not pushing them super hard. I know that you warm season folks, this is kind of your prime time. This is when you're supposed to be shining. It's kind of more one of those cool season grass things. But even on your guys' warm season grasses, you guys can back that down and start to have a bit of reprieve from having to mow a lot if you guys back some of those nutrients backwards. Your lawn doesn't need as many nutrients as you feel like that they do. I have been running mine on a super duper baby teaspoon regimen this year, and I don't know, I'm digging staring at it. I'm just staring at this yeah, right, yeah, I mean, it's definitely performing. I haven't mowed it. I kind of didn't have a lot of time to do my triple mows that I normally do. I haven't mowed since Saturday, so I'm close to a week. And it's a little bit grown. It's definitely going to be one of those things that I'm going to have to look at how much is coming off. But because I haven't been putting a lot of nutrients or anything on my lawn, it's definitely not going to stress it out. The mow isn't going to freak my lawn out. It's going to just knock the tips off and we should be good to roll. I have risen my lawn back up to, it's right under 3 inches, right at 3 inches, somewhere in there, I don't know. I don't get down there and measure with the measuring stick like some people will. I just look at it, does it look good? Yep. Do I like the height? Yep, let's go. It was down at around like 1 3/4 inch. It was doing extremely well, but where we have these water restrictions and we have a drought going on and I didn't want to be dumping water into it, I didn't feel good about keeping it so low to where I could like have to throw an extra little water or something in there. And so I'm letting it grow up just so it has a little bit more shade and it's doing a little bit better. Like I said, this year I have mowed a lot more than I need to, but it hasn't been growing so fast that it really needs it. It's been more for the striping aspect of it. But the more you mow, the better it's going to grow and the better it's going to look. There is a flip side to that. If we are mowing it when it's stressed, if it doesn't have proper water, or we have way too many nutrients in it, you're going to stress your lawn out. The more that you mow, the more that you have stuff going on down in the lawn. So that's kind of one of those topics that I did want to talk to you guys about today, is that mowing is the second best thing that you can do for your lawn besides water. Water is king. Water is the number one thing. Everyone always wants to throw the next new nutrient, the next new, oh, this is down, this is the great new thing. That isn't what your lawn needs exactly. Your lawn needs water, number one, you to mow it more, number two, and down the list somewhere down around 20 is our nutrition for it. Obviously, you know, people don't like to hear that, but us grass nuts, us grass nerds, those of us who are dedicated to the art, we understand that. And that's what we definitely like to do, is that we have it perform for us because we're giving it what it needs. We aren't oversaturating it. You know, it's a patience game. It's not there is not a quick race here. This isn't the 100-yard dash. This is definitely a marathon, what we're doing out in the lawn. The only thing that happens quickly in a lawn is destruction. So with all that said, with all that going on, I've seen that you guys have been commenting and stuff as we've been talking along. But you guys, like, mowing is a good thing. Don't undervalue it, but don't make yourself have to do it more if you don't like to be out in the heat by throwing a bunch of fertilizer at it. Be super smart with how you are treating your lawn, how you're reacting to your lawn, what you're putting on it, how you're, you know, feeding it during the summer, because it makes a huge difference on how it grows and how it behaves for your mows, for the watering it needs, for the rest of the care. Good gracious, Lazy Lawns, I've seen your name pop up like 20 times. What are you, on a chat? All right, let's see what we got. Jeremy, and nobody on the chat, which would you say was the best sprinkler underground with longest distance radius, like a 50 or so footer? Honestly, with 50 feet, You have to go like with a Rainbird 5000. I don't like it when they throw far. I really don't. The more and more I've stared at sprinklers and sprinkling systems and stuff, the more I like, and it sounds crazy, the more I like though is the pop-ups, the generic pop-ups. You get it up, you get it on, you get it done. I think that they like perform a lot better and cover a million times better than like the rotor heads. But when you have long distance, you have to look at like the 5000. I like the Pro 5000 series. There's a couple of different types, but you're looking at those big throws types. But 50 is usually at the end of what they can throw at, and you don't want to be like putting too many sprinklers on there if you're needing like per zone, if you're needing all that distance, because if any kind of factor comes into play, people are watering at the same time, pressure goes down a little bit, filters, plugs, anything like gets plugged up, you're going to be running into some issues there that you could definitely change. But 50 feet, if you have very minimal heads on it, yeah, look at like a 5000 Pro Series, a regular 5000 Rainbird. I don't really work with hunters a lot. There's some decent hunter ones, but there's just a couple of them, and I like Rainbirds in that situation. Let's see. What's going on, Andy? Been busy from all the rain we got last week. Business is booming as a result of the new customer and mow route. Yeah, definitely pick them up, my little man. Pick them up, little man. Definitely take on all the customers that you can, because you're building a thriving business. And by the time that you're done with high school, you're going to have a little booming business and workers underneath you, and you're going to be doing big things. I don't know that there is a 50-foot radius underground sprinkler that aren't specialty or something to order. Like I said, the Rainbird 5000s are 25 to 50 feet is what their throw distances are. And on that 50-foot throw max, it becomes, like I said, super shady. So kind of pay attention to it. Definitely pay attention to it. But yeah, the Rainbird 5000s can throw that far under ideal conditions. So true. Kentucky bluegrass rye up front, slowing down like crazy. Tall turf fescue in the back is still growing like gangbusters. Yeah, a little bit of difference there. The tall turf type tall fescue grows a little bit longer roots. It's going to be a little bit like cooler because it has those longer roots. It's going to be performing a little bit better right now as the season pushes hotter and deeper. The Kentucky bluegrasses and the rye are going to have a little bit shorter root systems, and that's what's going to happen in it, is it will slow down as it starts to heat up and everything is going on. All right, let's see. Sorry, stuff came in and it flips back. What's going on, Lon Sensei? I've never seen bigger than 35. We read those. Been in the 90s too. Yeah, 90s is definitely where everything's starting to turn off in our cool season grasses. Water is what's going to keep them going and alive. So just keep your eye on the watering. Cool series in turf type tall fescue. I switched to the stress blend, not the Swiss blend, and flagship this year, and realized I have half a bag of X Green 818 left from last year. Any suggestions on throwing what I have left? Yeah, go ahead. It's going to be super slow. It's such a low analysis. That's kind of one of those things that you can just kind of put over the top of it as kind of an every other week type of a thing. Put it down at like 2-3 pounds and just spoon feed that into the lawn and just have it ride that green on the back side of it. That X Green was definitely some good stuff over there. It definitely performed decently well. I would just spoon feed it into your regimen. I would just put something small in, use it for like a green up product where you're looking to get a little bit more green up out of your lawn and just not pushing a whole ton of nitrogen or anything into it. Because if you go at like 1 to 3 pounds, you're only looking at anywhere from 0.08 of a pound all the way up to 0.24. So a fourth of a pound of nitrogen. So if you were to back that down, you definitely like what you would spoon feed into it every couple of weeks, maybe a pound. Just, slow feed that thing out there and just enjoy it. Let's see. Rain here every day this week. Quit bragging. Quit bragging. I don't want to hear that. I haven't had rain. Well, I guess I had that huge rainstorm that I put on Instagram the other day. That was like 3 sprinkles and it was done. Oh, so sad. I have to mow between showers, making for a sloppy mows. Hey, take them however you can get them. Sometimes you have to take them sloppy. Best thing you can do is just try to, raise it up and just clip the tips. Try to get in, out, and off of it as quickly as possible. Don't make any hard turns or anything. It's not going to be pretty. Wash underneath your deck. Definitely clean your deck after a wet mow because it will clog up super bad after those. But clean up your deck and, wait for the next one. Hopefully you get a little bit better mow out of your next mow that you have down. Lazy Lawns just got the Rainbird 5000s, which is supposed to get, 25 to 50. Hope they work well. Yeah, that's the ones that you're looking at. New York Lawn, that's definitely what you're looking at. X Green is awesome during the summer, no question. Well, what if I have questions, Mark? Mark, I want to know a couple of things. Why is it so awesome? Why? No, I agree with you. It definitely did extremely well, especially if you spoon fed it in. Like I said, if you were to take and just toss that bad boy down at 1 pound per 1,000, like every other week, it definitely light it up and it would start to perform pretty well. And it's not going to grow like crazy, and it's just going to really help out those other, like the Flagship and he said Stress Blend, I believe. It'll just definitely help those two. Flagship will push a little bit harder than that 818. But definitely all of it together will be beautiful in that lawn. As long as you got the pressure and the flow, you should see the upper range there. Correct, and you don't have too many heads on it. Morning is lawn therapy for me. I agree. I'm glad you're here, Trevor. Thanks, bud. That's the I did doing it right now. I'll be doing my own underground system. Good luck. Just make sure that when you're running that stuff, I don't know what kind of trunk lines you're running and stuff. Pay attention to pressure on them. Don't kink them if you're running poly pipe. Keep them as, kink free as possible. Run the fittings. If you can go bigger and size it down as you go further away, read the little charts. I don't know what they exactly are. I know that you have to size your trunk line appropriately, and further away you get, you have to bring it down a little bit. Sprinklers are my bane of my existence, but the green of our grass. And so it is kind of what it is. So make sure you do it right because you're doing it yourself, and do it once right. Everything else you've done has been pretty amazing up New York Lawn. Mowing. Barry, what's going on? Water, too much water here lately. Send me some, Barry. Barry, next week, maybe not. For the last month or so, way too much. Hurricane, don't send me that. Don't send me that. The world needs none of those. No earthquakes, no hurricanes, no tornadoes, no natural disasters at all. We need none of that crap. BS. Yo, Rolex. Let's get some landscape lighting. I agree. Hey, don't close those. What, hater? Let's get some landscape lighting. Hey, if you're in Utah, hook me up. Let's see what we got. I need to get my stuff on point. My landscape lighting definitely needs to light my yard up. We were in a drought last year, like JP said in a video, too much or not enough. 9:15 here, another thunderstorm blew in through. At least the power is still on. I agree. It's crazy how things go. So 3 years ago here in Utah, we had the wettest spring ever here in Utah. Last year was just kind of blah, and this year is just absolute nothing. So it, like you said, it's either cats and dogs or it's nothing at all. I have Hunter Pro. It has the red nozzle and they work great for me. Yeah, I just don't know the Hunter stuff. I just know that they have some stuff that will reach that far. You could look at the Hunter Pros also, New York Lawn, but it sounds like you already went with the 5000s. So that's cool. Hey, King, how are you? It's raining every day here. Why do you guys rub it in? Like, I will take, so here's what I'll do. I'll make you guys a huge deal. You guys send me, I don't know, 70% of your rainstorms this way to Utah, and I'll send you 70% of our dry days. It might come with heat. It might come with a little bit of non-humidity if you guys don't like dry heat, but I'll definitely switch you because we need rain. It's dire here. Just put down some liquid iron last week. My lawn is benefiting from the rain that you are getting. Yeah, definitely. If you threw some iron down, it's definitely going to start waking up and greening up, and it's going to look good, because that's kind of like what my spoon-fed regimen on this is, that it's just those micronutrient iron doses that have finally accumulated, and it's just making this thing rock, and it's definitely looking good. As the sun starts to go down, it's not as green, but we're going to give it a mow and stuff in here in a few moments after we get done talking and see what it looks like. But yeah, that iron you definitely are going to see, especially if it has water in it. Would it be too hot to mow right now? Alex, explain to me where you're at, my friend. I'm about to mow right now, but we're starting to drop down in temperatures. It's 7:30-ish here, and it probably... Hey Siri, do you listen to me while I'm on the phone? Hey Siri. No, you don't even like me. What's the temperature?
I'm not sure I understand.
I didn't realize you were going to talk to me. Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's about 100.
Well, la, 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 la. Okay, you didn't say my where I was at. I thought you were going to tell me. We'll try that again. Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's about 100 degrees outside.
Maybe it's too hot. No, but I am going to mow. If your lawn is hydrated, if it has enough moisture and it isn't under any like major stresses, you're fine to mow. Cooler the better, you know, because you're going to retain moisture. You are going to be cutting it. It is going to be losing moisture from the cut tips and stuff, but you know, make your choices. And the biggest thing about mowing is being as regular as possible. It's probably more for our benefit that we mow when it's cooler than it is the grass, but if it's not stressed, if it's not really freaking out, you don't have much to worry about. So Alex, I don't think you should have much of a problem there. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell la 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 to you guys. I thought I was gonna say where I was at, even though people probably know. I'm in Utah, yay. I was I was answering the other fella. Oh, no question. Oh, okay. Sorry I'm late. You're never late, Terrence. Good to see you. Good to always see you. I use solar landscape lights and I love them. I really want to know because I really need to light my landscape up at night. I do have this in my yard and a lot of people hate them. Where are you? Come on, turn around. So, where is it? Oh, there it is. Right. Where's my finger? Right there. I like that guy. It actually shines out on that light out there. It doesn't shine into the cul-de-sac, so it doesn't exactly like shine into my yard. But I like it because it kind of gives me peace and security, serenity. But I do want some landscaping lights. I like it when people accent trees and stuff. So if you have ideas, send that my way. I'd really like to hear. Installing a rain gauge. I'm the rain gauge and I haven't had any, so I know that that's super pointless. Anybody that has a rain gauge in Utah, I'm gonna laugh at you right now. Jimmy. I mean, somebody clip that and send that to him. I'd like to see what he would say. Michigan is slowly turning into the transition zone. It's stupid. Oh, I don't know if I believe in global warming, and I'm not gonna start this debate here, like I'm not. But something is definitely changing, and if you've ever looked at like the trends of how the world has progressed over time and how it has evolved, how like Pangea split into all the different continents and stuff, climates and stuff are different over time. So that's kind of why I say I don't know about the whole climate change and stuff. I don't know if it just changes naturally over time or if this is just, you know, something that is how the world goes. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely something switching. Something's definitely moving in a different direction. And our climates are definitely shifting, and it's something we have to put up with, and we have to change over time and change with and figure it out. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm about to mow. Alex? I'll take 100 and dry over 90, and we have. Oh, it cut off. And the humidity, I'm guessing. Yeah, I can't do humidity. I cry like a little baby when I have humidity. I went down to Longology a few years ago, and it was in February, and they were having a heat wave in February. So I went from 23 degrees here in Utah down to Florida, and they were having a heat wave. So it was like 80 to 85 degrees, and one day it hit 90 degrees, but there was all that humidity. I was dying. I don't know how you guys do humidity. Like, I can't do it. I absolutely die. I'd rather be all like ashy and scaly and stuff than to have that humidity. I went down to Georgia when I was a kid, and I got off the airplane and I turned around, no joke. I'm in Utah, I don't know. I have no clue. I got off and I literally turned around and I looked for the waterfall, the shower I had walked through. I was so convinced at 18 years old that I had just walked through some kind of water, because when I got off, it was sticky and icky, and Atlanta, Georgia, and I was just like, oh, I can't do this humidity thing. It was a different experience. So I can't do that humidity. I'll keep my 100 and no humidity than your 90 with any humidity. That's for darn sure. Yeah, Papa, quit rubbing it in. I swear you keep rubbing things in. 100, only the no 80s here in Alabama, and we're getting rain. Quit hating on me. Quit hating on me. We got 5 inches of rain in 4 days ago. Ooh. Yeah, can you break that up? Send me an inch. Send Idaho an inch. Send California an inch. Definitely break that up. Utah looks beautiful. It really is a beautiful state. There is so much scenery and such a different topography here. There's so many differences in elevation and looks and feels of Utah. Like, we have the red sand canyons, we have, regular mountains, we have desert, we have little forests. We have all types of things here in Utah. You can go through a bunch of different things if you're really into scenery. Oh, my neighbor just started his R8. Can you hear it? We'll watch that bad boy as it drives by. It's a pretty decent little car. I like it. It is a beautiful state. It definitely is. A lot of people like it when I feature these guys back here. Those guys. See if I can get it to adjust. Those guys. Yeah, those guys. Can you hear that? It's a sexy sounding car. I don't care what anybody says. It shuts up in a few seconds. It just starts loud. But yeah, we have the difference of the mountains, and they're like super duper sexy over there. And then this green lawn, that's definitely good looking. And like I said, this R8 that's about to drive by me, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not my dream car, but I have other dream cars. What's your guys' dream car? I actually want to know what your guys' dream car is. We'll show you it as he drives by. There he goes. He likes to show it off. I think he just knows. He knows. All right. But yeah, as far as it goes, yeah, Utah has a bunch of different landscapes and stuff. We don't get a lot of rain or anything, so you can definitely enjoy Utah when you come. You don't have to worry about it having a rain day very often. All right, let's see what you guys' favorite cars were. Kind of want to see that. I don't know. Go back over here, and in 4 minutes I'm going to mow, and you guys can stick along for the ride. I want to see what I can lay down before the shade comes. All right, Aniston Martin. I already see one. I like it. Honestly, never knew Utah was so hot. Utah's a desert state. We're actually the second driest state in the union. And I think we're behind Arizona, I think is the other one. I don't know what number 1 is. I swear it's Arizona, but we are number 2, driest state. The heat is just, it's crazy here in Utah. Always has been. Also in Utah, what's going on, Mason? Haven't mowed in a week because of the heat. Grass is probably 5 inches long by now. Totally get it. Definitely pay attention to that though. When you go to mow it, do what I call hood hop it. Drop the, like put it as high as you possibly can. Sorry, motorcycle going by. Put it as high as you can, lift the front so that it's going in and chops just a little bit, and then make that second pass so that you don't stress that lawn out with one single pass. Ooh, shade. Clouds just rolled in. It's probably one cloud, but it works for me. But yeah, it's been hot. Mow early in the morning and it's not as hot, or late at night like this as it's starting to come down, and I'm still saying that it's not hot, but it's still 100 degrees out. Go figure, right? We got some solar lights from Sam's Club and they've been working like a charm. Cool. I'll have to go look and see what they have there. What's your winters like? So Utah, on our license plates, it says best snow on earth, or yeah, best snow on earth. We are known for our ski resorts. We did have the 2022 or 2002, I don't know, something like that, 2002 Winter Olympics here. And so I guess I don't know how to say 2002, but we had those Winter Olympics and it was pretty good. There's some years where obviously we have light snow, but our mountains are usually getting a decent bit so that you can actually go snowing, skiing and snowboarding. Snowing. That's, I think, skiing and snowboarding all together. Who knows? But yeah, we definitely have some really good ski resorts if you're into snowboarding, skiing, and stuff like that. Park City is amazing for that. It's well known. This is where a lot of the stars and everybody come. It's where Sundance is held. It's up in the mountains, up just basically 45 minutes from here. John Perry, for those of you who know the next products, lives up in the mountains also. But yeah, just right up there, right up the road. So down here in the valley, though, just to kind of flip that, I had Toro send me a snowblower 2 winters ago to review. 2 winters ago, I couldn't do it out here. There's like maybe 2 inches, and it doesn't really work really well below 2 inches. It's like from 2 inches to 9 inches is that snowblower. And so this past season, we had like one snow early where it was like 4 inches, and it worked pretty decently, and I used it, but that was all I had to use a snowblower for in 2 years. And I've been at this house and lived here for, what are we going on, 6 years now, and I've never really needed it. We just throw a shovel on it, get it done. All right, so we're gonna finally get to the cars. All right, I want the new Corvette. That new Corvette is sexy. I hate Chevys, like, probably gonna lose some people here, but I hate Chevys like they're not my thing. But that new Corvette, I have told my son, like, we are Mustang fans through and through, and I've told my son several times, I'm like, dude, I swear if you guys leave my house and it's just me and mom, we're probably gonna get one of those new Vettes. Those things are friggin' sexy when they're not breaking down. They had some engine and transmission issues where they were dropping them in the first couple of 1,000 miles. Like, I don't know, but yeah, they are sexy. Let's see, my Dodge Ram. Hey, at least you got what you want. I like that. When you see one on the road, you're supposed to dodge it, not ram it. Is that how that one goes? I don't remember what it is. Something like that. When you see one on the road, dodge it, don't ram it, because it'll break. Just like the Rock, the Chevy, like a Rock, doesn't move. I don't know. It's something like that. 1968 GTO. That's a sexy GTO right there. Definitely those 60s era muscle cars are dead gorgeous cars. Love those. Aston Martin, the DB9. Definitely a good looking car. Settle down there, 007 though. Settle down, 007. Chevy 2500 Duramax is my dream car. Andy, we got to teach you, 1, what a car is, but 2, what a truck is. The 454, yep, that Corvette with that 454, that was a decent engine. I really like that 454. Sounds extremely good too. That's a raw engine. Wife offered to buy me the new C8 Vet if I sell my boats. I said, no way. Will she buy me it if I sell your boats? I'm just saying. Don't you have like 12 boats? I swear that we've had this conversation before, and you seriously, I know you have like 3, if I'm being honest, but don't you have like 12 of them? What do you recommend for dormant spots in Washington? Last 2 weeks was 100. Same thing I always recommend. Baby shampoo. What it does is it gets your water down deeper. It's a surfactant. It's cheap. It's easy. You just hose and spray it in, and it helps it out super quickly. Doesn't need to be anything difficult. Doesn't need to be anything hard. You can spend all this money on all these other products. I could literally tell you guys, and this is what makes me laugh, is that I could tell you guys all these other products, and they're like, oh, it's on a golf course. It's this stuff. Oh, just go buy it. Here's my affiliate link. I can tell you to go buy a dollar store baby shampoo. I make nothing off of that, but we fix the lawn on the spot. Dead serious. Like, don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money. Just put some baby shampoo on it. Water it in with your hose end sprayer. Get a little extra water in it. Try to get an inch of water in so that it goes down anywhere from 6 to 12 inches down into the soil. It'll wake it right up. If it's like a big spot, spray it with some baby shampoo, and you're gonna have to give it a couple of days worth of watering just to kind of wake it up and say, hey, you can have your water, you can wake up now, you don't have to be dormant anymore, you're not gonna be without water. But if they're small spots, baby shampoo it like all day long. That's all I ever do. It's cheap. It's cheap. Let's see. What do you recommend? Neighbor wave, gotcha. 32-inch chat, good crowd, boss man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys definitely rock. You guys were in here and being representing today. Definitely love it. I really appreciate everybody that shows up week to week. It's just kind of fun to sit down and talk to you guys. Like I said, I do want to get out there and mow in a few moments, but it's always good to sit down and talk with you, field a couple of questions, have a good conversation, and just go with it. Idaho has a lot of ski resorts. Good to hear. Isn't there a ski town that's like just east of Pocatello, or west of Pocatello, in between Pocatello and Boise? I don't know. Something's up there though. Found out the J&J Nursery has hydrotane. Yes, it does. Yes, it sure does. If Mason, talk to me about that, and we can definitely figure out a few things for you, because it sounds like you're close to J&J. I work with them a lot. They have Great Basin Turf. It's their pro shop there, and we can definitely figure out some things for you that will make a huge difference if you're that close to J&J. How often do you recommend to reapply? On a reapply of it, I like to do the half point where you go down at half rate. So it seems to work a little bit better when you do it that way. And that's kind of what they recommend, is if you do the half rates instead of waiting the full period of time and then reapplying it all, because it's a preventative, it's not a curative. So your soil has to be wet for it to get down and into it. So if it gets too dry, you've really got to get it wet again to get it reapplied down and in. And so if it's still in there and you do the half-life, what it is it still has moisture down there, so you can get it down deeper and keep it going versus getting it to the end of its life. So I would recommend there, I think it's every 6 weeks. I'd have to look at it again. It's on my video, and I should know it off of by heart, but I just can't think of it. But I swear it's like, so I think it's 3 months that it's good for, so 90 days. And I want to say, so it's like every 12 weeks you have to reapply. And so, yeah, I think it is 6 weeks. I think I'm right. And that's where you have a half-life on it. So you just use the half amount of whatever it is at that half point, and then just keep it riding at that point. So then every 6 weeks you just give it the half amount. Come on, give me the questions. All right. My brother just got one. Oh, the Chevy. Tell him I got a Ford. Whenever he actually breaks down, I'll come pick him up. Evening. How are you, Lawn Journeys? How you been? I've owned 8 Mustangs and a Ford Man, but I agree, like Papa Moslow, I agree. I technically have a 94 Mustang GT. I got it when I was 19 and I won't sell it. I had my grandfather had to purchase it off me for a little bit of time, and I just haven't fixed it up since. I've gotten it back from him. It's just at my grandparents' house. I need to fix it back up. But that is a very sexy Corvette. It really is. Like that mid-engine, whole style, where it looks like it looks like an import. Looks like one of the supercars. It's definitely a good-looking car. They knocked that one out of the park. And the price range, like that's where it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong, you know, a $90,000, $110,000 car is still a $110,000 car, but it's not 200, 300, 500, a mil, and it makes it really nice that it's kind of affordable. Let's see, 4Runner TRD Pro. I like it. I like it. People, I probably all white blacked out. What do you say on that, Princess? Is that what it is? What's up, George? What's up, dude? 70 Cougar XR7 Eliminator with the 428 engine. Definitely assault. Like I said, those mid 60s, early 70s, like you get too far into the 70s and they got ugly. All cars got ugly during the 70s, like late 70s, early 80s. I don't know what happened to cars during that age. But yeah, those years right there, the late 60s, early 70s, definitely had some sexy cars. Not much. Busy mowing from all the rain last week. Hit the like, guys. I like that. Go ahead and smash that like button. It helps me out. Helps that little algorithm that YouTube throws down. And, you know, you guys do help. I really appreciate it. I always have a few people who like to wander through and throw a thumbs down without giving me any kind of feedback. Like, your thumbs down does nothing. Your feedback is what I can actually fix. So if you really have, and you're not a troll, you're just not somebody who's just, meh. If you're really like dead serious against something that I say and you're like, I don't like what this guy says, talk to me. Like, I can't read your mind with a thumbs down. Your thumbs down means nothing. I don't know how to fix it. Because I can take it and go, there you go. So yeah, it's a conversation. It's definitely a thing. If you don't like somebody's content, just move up. Yeah, Sun Valley. I couldn't think of Sun Valley to save my life. That's where I was talking about, huh? Hit the like button. Wouldn't mind the new fully loaded Range Rover. So Range Rovers, like we looked at a Range Rover because we got my wife, we just got her the BMW, it's the M40i, and it's the X3 M40i, and it's definitely a good little car. I love it. It got a little bit of pickup and go behind it. Sounds good, performs decent. We looked at Range Rovers and their track records and their breaking down and kind of how they perform really had me worried because like that's what the wife wanted at first. They look good. I like those little chop top look, like the little drop look of them, like squishy front ends and stuff. Looks like you doing that gangster lean through that little peak hole, just getting that on. But I don't want a car that's just going to always be breaking down and having issues. All cars break down, all cars have issues, but when you have a track record of it, makes it a little bit shady. Need to test drive the Tesla S. Yes, I do. And they've got to let me test drive it on the track. That's where I want to test drive it with their little launch mode and everything. I was reading on that. I was like, ooh, and wouldn't let them do it without their little launch and stuff. Yeah, I read that article. I definitely would like to get that thing and see what that thing would do. It'd be kind of fun. Fix up that Mustang and drive it. It cuts off. I can't read because I'm ups and downs, so I can't. Oh, it's locked in that orientation, so I can't read it. Fix up that Mustang house, do some donuts, and the driveway with it. So before, when I had it, I had to sell it to my grandpa when I was younger, and he pulled out the supercharger. He pulled off the exhaust. He didn't like the way it sounded. He didn't want the performance of it, and so it's basically a stripped. It was like a high 11s car. you know, it wasn't too bad. I was 19. I just was dumping money into it. I didn't know exactly everything that I was doing to it, but it was like a high 11s car, and he stripped everything out of it. And so I'm kind of a little bit leery of dropping money into it now that I can put it into lawn mowing, into my lawn. But with the family and stuff, it's just been one of those things that I've kind of held back on. I've always wanted to fix it up and get it so that we can put it into parades, but my daughter just quit dance this year, and so it's just kind of like, eh, you know, there's not a real reason to fix it up yet until I don't have it, kids and stuff to raise. So it's just, it can hang out. My youngest is 13, so we only have 5 years left, and we can definitely rock it. CT5V, Blackwing Supercharged. Oh yeah, those are definitely, I like the way those look actually. Those are a sexy looking car. I also want a Porsche 911. My boss is a trainer of Porsche in Atlanta for the new owners. Okay, explain that to me. What do you mean a trainer? He also races his GS on the weekends. Will you get a rill anytime soon? So if I'm being 100% honest with the question, if I was more level, like I did my leveling last year, but I should be doing small places, but I don't want to, I'm kind of leery of doing small little levels without a whole lot of water to compensate for the extra heat from the sand and the mix that I'd be throwing. Excuse me. So I don't want to be too heavy into leveling it yet. Would I like to? Yeah. I like the look of it. I like the attention it draws. I like, you know, the feel of it. But can I right now? I don't even think I could get away with a flex. Like, I think it would be bad enough that it would dig hard in some places, and I don't think I'd get a good cut. If I could get one that mowed at about 1.5 inches, I could get away with it, but I don't think I could get much lower than 1.5 inches without some major ruts or issues. So, should go mow. Also take that Porsche, yep. But I'll settle for the new Telluride. Yeah, if you can get one. Those things are friggin' hot commodities. He teaches new owners how to handle the new Porsche without wrecking. Don't drive like a jackass. Yeah. No, that's actually cool that they do that. It's definitely a smart idea, because taking and buying a $200,000 car and wrapping it around a telephone pole or into another car is definitely not a smart idea. How's the double dark flagship? Probably pretty good. I kind of do a double dark in liquid form, but I haven't thrown any of the microgreen yet. And I've never used flagship, so I don't know on that. He teaches new owners. Yep. All right. Most effective grass killer pre-reno, glyphosate. Use all your PPE, but glyphosate. We've had that conversation though before. In reality, I'm probably end up with a Time Master before a Blackwing. I condone that though. Speaking about Time Masters, you, my friend, just made me want to go mow. All right, let's go grab this Time Master and get it done. You guys are gonna be by yourselves for a moment, entertain yourselves, stare at my lawn. I have to go grab it and probably put some gas in it. I didn't put it away with gas in. Sorry you guys don't get a wide view, but we'll move you back just a touch so that I can start my first pass right. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Stay. Good girl. All right. Here we go. 9:10 of you left. Let's see what this time master has. Sorry for how loud she is. She's a noisy beast. Ouch. Don't do barefoot mows. So I legit just had to cool my... Oh, sorry, I'm live again. I had to cool my phone on this because it was overheating. So back at it. I'll finish my mow. If it goes dead again, just be done. Oh, it's shady outside. Go figure. All right, so we'll go continue this. I apologize about the technical difficulties. I want to talk to you guys and tell you guys don't run yourself over with your mowers. Never good. So we will finish this mow and hopefully I can keep it in the shade so that it stays cooler. See if I can back it up so you guys can actually see it, since it's not, I don't know. Trying to keep it out of the sun. There you guys go. There you go. Wish it could be landscape so you could actually see it, but we'll go ahead and continue. All right, let's see if we can actually show you the magic here. I don't know if it'll show because I am losing light over here. But in person, I can kind of see it. Oh, there goes my mower. I'll see it run away. So, as you can kind of see, you mind? Slow down. Stop. Stop. Thank you. So, you can't really see it. Stripes are more for tomorrow when the sun is over in that area. As it comes up and it starts to come about 10, 11, it's going to be shooting right here. And out there from the road, I'm gonna be banging on them. Like, these are what these stripes are for. I am gonna burn them in really quick. I'm gonna hurry up and hit these a little bit harder so that they're a little bit more predominant. The double pass is always where the magic happens. So if you're looking for a good solid stripe, it's definitely on the second pass of your stripes is where the magic happens. Like I said, right now you can't really see it. Sun's kind of hidden. I can see it a lot better in person. Kind of see it up here in the shade a little bit, but they just look washed out right now. That's just kind of how the sun is and how low it is in the sky. It's not going to show extremely well. All good and well. But like I said, it's for tomorrow from about 9 a.m. to about 11 a.m. This is going to be popping. Like when they're driving by right here, maybe banging on them as they come in from out of the neighborhood into the neighborhood, they're going to know that they just got dominated by the stripes. That's what these ones are for. One more burn in and then we'll say our goodbyes, field any questions, and then just be done with this. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Looked like I had a big head right there. You do have a big head. What are you talking about? right, so all 9 of you that are still here, I love you guys. Love you all. Really appreciate it. I don't know if we'll be able to see it, so you can kind of see it. See how in the shade we can kind of see it. Right now the lines look like 2 willow passes, but in person I can see it. Just that the sun has to be a little bit higher up in the sky so that we can see this pattern a lot better. Like I said, these are not for right now. In my cul-de-sac, it's really not a lot of people to like show off to. It's more in the morning. So in the morning, that's gonna look a lot better. This is gonna be a pretty hot pattern. If you want to see how it turned out, check out tomorrow's Instagram post. I'll have it featured on Instagram as far as that is concerned. Let's go ahead and fill you guys' questions and let you guys go. It's been over an hour. I need to finish mowing my lawn. You guys don't want to just sit here and watch me mow all night, is my guess. And if you do, you're one of the few. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed tonight. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. Hopefully, you know, your guys' lawns are doing pretty decent. I got sweat stains. We've been knocking it out today. I'm all sweaty. It's just how it goes. Let's see what you guys have said. Low budget gerbil. I think this is where everything link went out. So, yep. Connection issues, apologize. Phone got too hot and actually went down. He preaches new owners how to handle, okay, we read that. Reliability. California trimmer, high cut would be perfect for you. I love mine. It cuts at 1.5 inches. That's cool to know. I didn't know that. Enjoy the moment. Definitely finished my mid-week lawn work. I like that. N. Exclamation point X44. Andy's. Anyone else having the connection issues? That's where we have the connection issues. This sweat stain is sexy. I'm telling you guys right now. Stand by. My phone overheated. That is me. That is my wife's phone. That's what she said. Yeah, well, we can get them hot. It's the dang low budget gerbil. It stopped running on the will. It got too dang hot. Like, dead serious. It's 100 degrees out here and my sweat is definitely showing. Yes, camera is in the shade. It was in the shade before. It just got so hot. It was in the case. It was doing its thing. 5 people, 7 people. Cool. Good to see you guys. Key to a nice lawn is red shorts and a black shirt. Yeah, I wear black shirts because they make me look slimmer. That's why I wear a black hat. I want to sweat hard like mowing in a black shirt. Hey, you do what you have to do. I'm just telling you right now. Unless it's a black dahlia murder shirt, then you'll sweat even harder and have heartburn. Speaking of stripes, how's the stripe coming? Good submissions this year? Yeah, that's what it turned into, is that, like I said at the beginning of this, for those who make it this far when they're watching again, I normally get about 100, 150 videos, pictures, stuff like that. I've had over 300 videos, pictures, and stuff. So it's taking a lot longer. Normally I'm about 20 hours on editing it with 150, 100. So I figure it's going to take me a full week, and I extended it to the 3rd. And so when I put 8 hours in a day, it gets a little bit cumbersome on having to put this thing together. So I'm trying, guys. I promise. It's going to be fire, though. There's definitely some good submissions, and some good people got in, and people driving into the cul-de-sac and not meaning to come into the cul-de-sac. It's a circle. You could just technically not have to back up and skirt out. Look at. So, but yeah, it's coming along. I am editing it. There's a lot more to it this year. I'm excited for it. Normally it's out for the 4th of July, but I think it all still fits. It still feels good, just to have a good stripe off. And our American submissions with some of the USA stuff in it just fits the theme this year. So it doesn't have to be on the 4th of July like it normally is. So it just fits. Still digging the sweat. That's killer right there. That's killer. Don't shave your head. Let's see. Almost doubled. Yeah, it is. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. So if you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about for like 5 minutes, we can definitely do it. If you guys are done, we can be done. I just wanted to just kind of let you guys know that, you know, mowing and everything, kind of get it done as best as possible, stay as regular on it as possible. it is one of those things that it is hot. It's 100 degrees out here. You can definitely tell that. This I have to wash every single time I come outside. I run it in my dishwasher on the regular, and so this will be going straight into the dishwasher after today. But yeah, just try to be as consistent as possible. Don't throw as much nitrogen and stuff that's going to make it grow right now. Keep it on the low side, and you're going to enjoy your lawn a lot better, especially if you're having high heat like we are right now. Like I said, it's like 100 degrees. Hey Siri, what's the temperature outside?
It's about 97 degrees outside.
It's come down a little bit, but the nice shade because it's behind the clouds and stuff, so it's feeling a little bit better. Do those things that make it easier for you and stay as consistent as possible. Stay on the watering so that it has some moisture. Fix your watering if it's definitely in those issues, and we can go now. Chaka's been here. He's gave the $2 for the Ryobis are trash. We got it. Down to mow right now every 6 days. Nice. Definitely a good amount of mowing right there. So it's just barely underneath every week. You'll get every other week is going to be in the same week, which isn't bad. Isn't a bad little little mowing strategy right there. Last nitrogen app was 520. Yeah, if you can ride that, you're going to definitely like that a lot better. It's not going to be as bad. And the reason why we're down to 5 subscribers on is just because we had connection issues. It went down. It was ugly. It got too hot. It overheated. But we appreciate you finally figured out how to get notified for the live vids. I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you for showing up. Always love that. It's one person's opinion for $2, and we just read what they say. We love him either way. And of course he has cream of something soup. What is that? That's hilarious. I've never paid attention to that. Is that a new one there, Chaka? I like that. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. Hopefully your honeydews for the weekend go extremely well. Hopefully everything is going in the right direction for your season. If not, just take a deep breath, relax, and just diagnose it. Be a lawn detective, get out in your lawn, just make the simple fixes. Lawns are not a sprint, they're a marathon. It takes time. The only thing that happens quick is damage and destruction in our lawns. Please understand that. Please know that you're in it for the long haul. It's not like if your lawn looks 100% today, that tomorrow, like, somebody's gonna give you props. You're gonna have to stay on top of it. You're gonna have to fix things. Just because today it looks like maybe not so great doesn't mean tomorrow it's not gonna be the most amazing lawn on the block. Keep at it, keep with it, make her green. That's what we do, right? We make her green. I'm Jeremy of The Greener Lawn. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next one. Make her green. I appreciate all of you, by the way. I know where the X is now. Take it easy.